What's up YouTube? It's JB Tech Fanatic and I'm back again with another video. As always, I want to start this video by thanking each of you for joining me today. If you have not yet subscribed, I'd be so honored if you'd consider doing so. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And if you want to know when the latest content is available, don't forget to click those notifications to on. Today we're back with Samsung and I have something that I'm extremely excited about. It's the all-new Galaxy Tab S6 by Samsung. Now this is the LTE version. In addition to that, we will be taking a look at last year's LTE version of the Galaxy Tab S4. I'll do a side-by-side comparison, but what we're gonna do is a quick unboxing. I'll show the two side by side, and then I'm gonna give you my honest review on the all-new Tab S6. I've used it now for a couple weeks, and I got a lot to share. I'm so excited that you're here with me today. Let's get started. All right, here we have it, the all-new Tab S6 with a standard storage option of 128 gigs and 6 gigs of RAM. You can get 256 gigs with 8 gigs of RAM. So far, I've only seen the unlocked edition with that or the Wi-Fi. Now, the old Tab S4 only gave us 4 gigs of RAM and 64 gigs of storage. They both have expandable storage options via micro SD card. Of course, there's 512 gig micro SD cards available. From the back, they basically break down what we get in the box. This year, they did put some seal tabs, which was nice because these were not sealed before. Following the same setup as last year, they used the sleeve. There's no protective plastic on the devices. Then of course, we get our fast chargers. They still come with the S Pen. We'll talk about that in a little bit. The S Pen this year is magnetic, has many more features. It's much nicer to hold in the hand. And in addition to that, they still do not include the keyboard case, and it is still very expensive. There was some promotions as far as getting it half price, but you're still getting up there when you're talking if you want to go straight with the Pogo Pin adaptive case that actually goes with this from Samsung, but they did include a trackpad this year, which is a nice feature. All right, so looking at the S Pens up close, they actually feel very, very different in the hand. I don't know if you can tell, but this is, really rounded and this is kind of squared off. Of course, this one has a little magnet that helps it attach to the back of the tablet, which was a great, great feature. So again, Tab S6, Tab S4. Now let's get this out of the sleeve. As I'm doing this, I want you to take note that you have to make sure that the little strip here is in the right spot because the tablet charges the S Pen. And other than that, these just kind of peel open. And then this gorgeous tablet slides out. And it is gorgeous. First thing I notice, it is extremely light. I mean, it is quite a bit of difference. Same thing with the Tab S4. Peel it open and it slides out. Turning them on. All right, so they're both powered on. First thing that we can notice is that they definitely shaved some of that bezel off. The actual screen size is identical, but of course the overall size is a little bit smaller and definitely lighter. Again, I will list the full specs, but the Tab S6 is only 0.92 pounds, and then the Tab S4 is 1.06 pounds. The battery actually shrinks in the Tab S6 to 7,040, when the Tab S4 is 7,300 mAh. We also have a little bit of bump in the camera. So on the Tab S4, we had a 5 megapixel front-facing camera, and on the Tab S6, we now have a 8 megapixel front-facing camera. All right, flipping to the back, you can see now we have the double camera setup. This is the spot I was talking about that you need to make sure is lined up with, I don't know if the camera's picking that up, in order for it to charge, but it magnetically goes onto the back. In addition, this is much more shiny glass. This is almost like a matted metal feel, so it's a kind of a combination of both, but fingerprint magnet, no more fingerprints. On the TabS4, you still have your headphone jack. RIP to the headphone jack on the TabS6. However, they do give us an in-display fingerprint reader. And as you know, on the TabS4, we did not have any form of fingerprint reading at all, just facial recognition. We still have 4 speakers. As you can see, they're still tuned by AKG, of course. Stacking it on top of each other, you can see, well, hopefully you can see, it's kind of hard to see in the camera, that they did shave off some size. But again, we still have the same size screen. All right, just put something to protect the screens here. Just wanted to look at it. So the lineup as far as where all the button placement seems to be the same. We have, of course, the TabS6 in silver here and TabS4 in black. The pogo pins are much smaller on the TabS6. Everything kind of lines up the same. Sorry if it's blurry for a second there. We got the speakers, Dolby Atmos, of course, AKG. We still have 4 on each. And then we still have the volume rocker. And then the button placements are relatively the same, and so is where we put in our SIM card and our micro SD card. So overall, the layout is almost identical, except it's just in a smaller form factor. All right, before I get into my full review, just wanted to give you a good look at the tablets side by side in the dark so you can see how beautiful both of these tablet screens are. They of course are 10.5-inch Super AMOLED displays with 2560 by 1600, 287 pixels per inch. I will say though that in real life, it's hard to see here, and this could just be me, and it could be software, but the TabS6 definitely looks just slightly brighter and just slightly more vivid. But again, you're talking some of the best screens ever on an Android tablet, if not the best screens on the market. You can't lose when it comes to this on either of these tablets. They're beautiful, as you can see. Just wanted to show you the brightness is turned to max on both. The software definitely is where it starts to vary. As you can see, this says Vivid and this says Adaptive Display. When you click on it, you only have Vivid or Natural, and then you can go into the advanced settings. And on the TabS4, we still have, you know, older software, slightly older software, but they give us quite a few more tweaking. But again, it looks a little reddish here almost in the camera, but it definitely is just brighter and more vivid, and it's really hard to see. Also, I know this is coming out a little blurry here, but with the new S Pen menu, you can see it does have the battery indicator up top, and it has the new features like AR Doodle, which is a fun one. As you can see my ugly face there. We have the screen right where we can do it. It just has all the cool features that the Note 10 has. All right, first thing I want to talk about is the processor. This is the first time I can remember that Samsung in their Android line has put the latest generation processor. So we get the 855 processor, and what that means for us is, one, we get better battery life, we get better performance, and it doesn't age as fast. Now, with the TabS4, you know, this was the 835 processor, so we jumped to the 855. TabS4 to TabS6. In this case, it kind of made sense to me that they skipped the S5, right? Because this is the first time Samsung has come out hitting on all cylinders. And what I mean by that is, they gave us the 128 gig base storage. We needed that. They gave us the 6 gig base RAM. We needed that. They gave us the latest generation processor. We needed that. They gave us the fingerprint embedded scanner, which is, you know, in their top end devices. They gave us that. They put a double camera on the back. They gave us a great camera operating system and the latest software features with the S Pen. So if you're a Note fan like I am, and you want to switch on over to a bigger screen, the TabS6 is for you. Now, a lot of people ask me, why do you buy the LTE editions? I can just, you know, sync it with my phone and do it that way. There's several reasons why I enjoy the LTE editions. I like the fact that I don't have to rely on my phone or Wi-Fi, of course. I love large screens, so the mobility with being able to just get on the internet from anywhere is essential to me. But bottom line is, for business, in my opinion, you want to have the LTE edition. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm showing the TabS4 with this TabS6. And the reason is, a lot of you maybe just got the TabS4 and you're upset. So, should you be upset? Yes and no. Upset maybe if it goes on sale and you paid more. Upset because it won't be a good tablet for you for at least another year? No. I want to say that the TabS4, I've used it solid for a year now. The battery life is just as good as day one. It doesn't have any hiccups. The software has been smooth. They've given it the latest software updates. So I am happy to say that the TabS4 was still a great purchase. Don't feel bad about it. And to me, you gotta know when you buy tech, at least yearly, it's gonna be outdated. The number one question you need to ask yourself is, will it last you? I will say that in the past, most tablets did not last you longer than a year. They just started to just get really bad battery life. They didn't get software updates. I can't say that with the TabS4. In fact, I can't say enough good about the TabS4. It's been a great tablet. But today, our focus is the TabS6. Finally, we have a tablet, an Android tablet, that delivers it all. Let me explain. First thing, they gave us the best screen on any Android made. Boom, got it. Second thing, we have the S Pen. Not just the same S Pen. This is the best S Pen I've held in my hand. It is easy to use. It writes like pen and paper. It has all the latest software as well as the wireless capabilities. And it has that nice magnetic back. That is a great genius solution. That was kind of a big pain in the butt with the S4. You could lose your S Pen. In this case, it charges it, it holds it, we're good. I want to point out the headphone jack is gone. I don't like that, but let me tell you that the 4 AKG Dolby Atmos speakers on the TabS6 are not only far superior than the TabS4, they are the best sounding speakers I have heard on any mobile device. And I hate the fact on YouTube that I can't show these videos, but I have to challenge you, if you buy this tablet, turn off all the lights, type in 4K 60 frames per second videos on YouTube, and hold this up, and I'm gonna tell you, it feels like you are just holding the future. It is the coolest feeling. As a tech lover, it's just something I'm so excited about. They gave us the RAM we needed, the storage we needed. They kept the expandable storage. This tablet is a must own. I have not been this excited about a tablet in a long time. I've been kind of stagnant with tech and bored, and this is it. This is it. They have finally given us the tablet we have been waiting for. Okay, so we're back to the home page. Let's take a quick look at DeX. Really easy to access. As you can see, it changes to what appears to be almost like a desktop computer. You have access to all of your apps right here with a quick, easy touch of a button. In addition to that, I wanted to show you how fast. We'll open up a bunch of windows here. And as you can see, it doesn't even skip a beat. You can resize these to fill the whole screen. You can close, you have, your S Pen, you can use your keyboard. Everything about this is great. It really does work fast and fluid. You have your web browser here, and of course you have your settings. These settings will include, your normal settings and then some special settings for your DeX operating system. So bottom line is, it works really well. As you can see, if you need to switch between apps, it doesn't even skip a beat. You can move stuff around. It's a very good operating system on an Android tablet. that gets you as close to Windows as I believe possible. And in addition to that, still gives you all of your features and lets you open up all of these at once. Just hitting a bunch of stuff so you can kind of see what it can do, but more or less you can get right out of it. You press DeX and you hit exit DeX. All right, so a lot of us use tablets either for school or business. DeX. DeX is something that, one, has come a long way since they first launched it. It gives you a PC-like performance on your tablet. So now we finally have the RAM and the processing power to run it fluidly. If you saw my S4 video, you know I talked a lot about the Galaxy Book with the i5 processor. That's a Windows tablet. I still prefer Windows when it comes to my business, but I will say this. DeX works well. You can get all your spreadsheets, Excel, PowerPoint presentations, anything that you might need will work, and it will work well. It has definitely come a long ways. I'm sure they're going to continue to make it better. Samsung has new partnerships with Microsoft, so I'm excited to see where DeX goes, but it is a great usable product. But if I'm being 100% honest with you, I still use my Windows tablet for all my business related, on the go. Otherwise, I'm on my PC, of course. Okay, I just wanted to show you some video. Sorry, I have to play my video. Copyright is very, very brutal on YouTube. They pull you down for anything these days. Basically, these are the TabS4, of course, up top, and then the TabS6 at the bottom, both on max brightness. And this is being streamed from YouTube. Now, very vivid, bright, beautiful. I wanted to talk about battery life a little bit. So they claim about 15 hours on the TabS6. Now, I can see you able to get that with everything toned down, maybe the brightness down, maybe battery saver turned on. But what I did is I ran Avengers Endgame in the highest resolution possible on both the TabS4 and the TabS6. Brightness to the max, and I played them at the same time, and I was able to play a full 4 times on the TabS6 and about 3 1/4 on the TabS4. The battery life is definitely better, but the battery is smaller on the TabS6. And the reason why I believe it's better, of course, is it's got a much better and more energy efficient processor in the 855. Now I'm going to just play the video. We'll start with the TabS4. I'll put the mic up, and then I'll do the TabS6, and hopefully maybe you can hear the difference in the audio. Again, sorry, I don't have a lot of options to play, but I'll do my best for you. All right, here's the TabS4 max volume, sorry.
And if you can see here, we have front and back. This image here shows you, so you don't have to flip them backwards to see what you have going on in the back. And then if you click like this, you can see what's going on.
And here's the TabS6 full volume.
To flip them backwards to see what you have going on in the back. And then if you click like this, you can see what's going on in the front. Now, again, we talked about these.
So basically, it's louder, it's more clear. One more time, TabS4.
And we talked about the screen sampler, but we have other options. We have just fixed, if you want just cool light going up your...
And here's the TabS6.
Fixed, if you want just cool light going up your wall, and you can choose your color. You have cycle.
So let's talk about fun. Well, it's obviously awesome to hold. It looks awesome, so it's definitely one of those eye catchers. You pull this out in public, people are going to be asking about it. But when you're talking about media consumption, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, whatever you want to do, you can watch it on this, and it's beautiful. Bright, vivid colors. Like I said, it sounds great. So, if you got kids and they want to watch movies in the car, you got plenty of storage. You put a micro SD card in there with all their favorite movies. In addition to that, I don't know how many times I pulled out the tablet for my kids to draw on, something other than just watching or playing video games. It's very fluid, it's fast, It's friendly to use, meaning it's very easy to use, and it has all the latest and greatest specs and features. And the great thing is that, you know, Samsung's new One UI has really changed my perspective on Samsung's operating system. It's great. Of course, we have the latest edition of Bixby on board. A lot of us use Google. We have that too. There's nothing that this tablet doesn't have that you want except for a headphone jack. So all I can say is, for all of you, if you're in the market for a tablet, in this video, I sound like a fanboy, but I promise you, you buy this tablet, you're gonna be happy you did. I definitely recommend the LTE edition. You know, maybe you get a discount through your wireless carrier. Check into that. But I have to say, Samsung, great job. Continuing on, we have the Note 10 Plus, amazing, best phone ever made. We got the TabS6. Soon you guys will be checking out the Galaxy Watch Active video coming soon. Great products, keep them coming. Great tablet. What else can I say? All right, that wraps up my review on the all-new TabS6 LTE edition by Samsung. As always, I'd like to slow this down for a moment and remind each of you, life is so short. Don't forget to love your family, love your neighbors, take care of each other. Technology is something that we all love, but don't ever let it come between you and human interaction with each other. I want to thank each of you for watching and invite you to subscribe one last time and let you know that I do YouTube for you and you only. If you have questions, reach me in the comments section. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at JBTechFanatic. I try to answer everyone that has a legitimate question. If I miss something in the video or anything about technology, I love to talk to you and I can't wait to talk to you. Check out some of my other videos. I got some new ones coming and I have tons on Samsung and Bose. And I can't wait to talk to you all in the comments section and see you in the next video. And until then, I'm JB Tech Fanatic and I'm out. Peace.